Hey guys, this is so hot. Like seriously, it was like really hot out today. But anyways, while I'm trying to cool off here, what did you guys think of the new episode? In fact, the new episode of iCarly for I Beat the Heat. I totally loved it. Now, before any of you say it wasn't what you expected, or you didn't like it because you didn't see Seti or Creddy or whatever, it's not about that. I mean, there was a lot of hype for this episode because many fans probably thought that Seti would happen and or have Seti, and I'll say we didn't see much of either ship. We didn't see much of that. We saw a lot of Freddy and Gibby's cousin ship, whatever you would call that. But anyways, we saw a bit of that, and but I'm going to talk about the whole episode because I definitely loved it. Excuse me, I'm suffering with a cough. So anyways, basically in the episode, you got a huge heat wave going on in Seattle, and it's like the hottest thing ever, and it's totally hot. So, you're dealing with this big old heat wave that's going on, and they're sitting inside, and they got the air conditioner running in the apartment, and they're trying to keep cool, and Sam runs in, and she just sticks her whole body in the freezer, and Freddy's like, she's probably either cooling off or eating your frozen pizza, and she was eating his frozen pizza. So, hang on, I'm gonna take these off. She was eating his frozen pizza. Carly's frozen pizza. So, it's like, Freddy knows Sam. It's like, that's a little bit of Seti right there, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, so they're enjoying the air, what little they have, and then the power goes out because everybody basically in the building or in the city is running their whole air conditioners at full blast. So basically now the whole city's in a blackout. And I apologize for my cough, so sorry. But anyways, so the whole city's in a blackout. But Spencer has a backup plan. He's got this special Norwegian air conditioner that he's gonna use, or that he's bought, and he's gonna use it, and he hooks it up in the apartment, and he's got air, and you see Sam and Freddy both drying their armpits, and I just love that. It's like, woo, it's keep cool, but then the air conditioner shorts out the whole thing basically, so they're gonna have to get a backup generator. So anyways, they bring in the backup generator, and they plug it up, and they got all the pipes running through the whole place, and meanwhile, Miss Benson has come in because she's all worried about Freddy because there's a blackout in the city, and she's all freaking out, and she decides to stay in the apartment with the air because it's so nice, and it was just blowing in her face, and she was just loving it and enjoying it. I mean, who wouldn't love the air? Especially, it goes for anybody. So, anyways, so they're all in there enjoying the air, and Miss Benson goes out to get something, and she ends up running into Lubert. Bit of an awkward moment there. But anyways, and then Lubert comes in and sees they got the generator, and he's like, you can't use that. And they're like, oh, come on, Lubert. And Lubert's like, okay, well, I'll let you use it if you let me stay. And they're all like, oh, alright, and fine. So they let him stay. And then he just stretches out on the couch. He's got his nasty old feet up, and there's some sore on his feet that makes everybody want to vomit. And so anyways, so they're all basically cooling off, and suddenly Miss Benson returns with a bunch of old people who live in the building who gotta stay cool. So it's like, oh, this is getting crowded here. It's like, what's gonna happen? So as the whole episode goes on, more people start coming, basically, because Carly's apartment's the only place that's got air conditioner, basically. So you got more people coming, and a few people, and this girl that supposedly Freddy's been talking with online turns out to be Gibby's cousin, and she was also the same girl that was doing the bump with Freddy in iTwins, where she was getting bumped around. That's that same girl. And this girl also reminded me of my cousin Haley, because she's just like a redhead and just as tall. If not, maybe a little taller. But anyways. And during that whole part, Freddy's kind of got a little height issue with it, because you could see he put her seat down. He lowered her seat. She'd be lower than him, and he's making sure he's standing higher on the stairs than her. So, anyways, but more people keep coming in, and I also think you see the old man who slapped the stop sign on the iCarly bit. He's like, "You octagonal meanie" or something. "You octagonal demon." And you also see, I think you see the guy who bought Spencer's pencil tree sculpture when he was supposedly dead. He was the dude who was fighting with the one guy over the ice pop at the fridge. But you see lots of other people. We also see Chuck. The return of Chuck. Also the last time we see him, unfortunately. But you see him and his dad, and then you see his sister. And at first Spencer was like, "No, you can't stay here. No, 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 no." But then you see Spencer's like, "Come on in." So now you got this whole apartment full of people, and it's getting crowded and crazy, and Carly's worried about her project getting messed up too, because she's got a project for school by Mr. Henning, the crazy hippie dude. But anyways, so you got people coming in, and who ends up coming to the apartment? Griffin. And I don't have any dramatic music for this, but it's like dun dun dun. It's like Griffin's here. And he's talking with Carly out in the hall, basically, and he's here with his Pee-wee babies, and he wants to keep them cool. And basically the whole speculation with Griffin, it was totally off. He didn't bother using Sam or even messing with Carly. Well, he tried to kiss her once in the hallway, so you could tell he definitely wanted to get her back. But anyways, he didn't use Sam, he didn't get with Carly, he basically only messed with Peter Penguin. That's the only one he cared about. So he was trying to keep him warm, especially when he got squished by that old man. But anyways, you gotta laugh at that, because the way Griffin acted, that was so hilariously funny. Because he's freaking out because the guy's sitting on his penguin. So anyways, the whole apartment's going crazy now. And it's all crazy, and there's chaos. And Carly finally she gets up on the counter, and you see Freddy. He's trying to lift her, and I don't know if that was like a little Freddy moment or not, but he can't lift her because he's too weak. So you see Sabrina, that's her name, Sabrina. You see her just lift her up easily, and so so she puts her on the counter, and she does a little trick with the paper bag and the air conditioned tube, and just busts it and gets everybody's attention. And basically, the whole apartment's in chaos, and she starts giving this speech about, look at this utopia. We all need to be just like one big, happy, get-along kind of town. And so everybody's just like, she's having a talk, and this is after all the chaos this has gone on, because there were people up in the studio, too. Because Sam was having things where you give me 10-minute massage, you get 1 minute of heat. 1 minute of air, actually, and then the air conditioner goes out, because Griffin was using it to make sure his Pee-wee babies were cool. So it's like, you blame Griffin for that. Blame him. So anyway, she's trying to tell everybody that it's just, let's all be like this one big utopia. And suddenly some guy opens the door from outside and it's like, the power's back on. And everybody takes charging out, and you would think that that's when the Carly's utopia was going to get messed up. It's like, oh god, what's going to happen to the utopia? But no, Carly's utopia didn't get damaged. And after everybody's left, they're all happy, everybody's gone. And it's like Freddy's getting them some drinks or something, and he squirts lemon in Sabrina's eye, and she goes crazy, and she starts getting all over the place, and she stomps all over the utopia. That's like a whole... And in Dan's Fun Facts, he said something about the Godzilla movie. If you've seen it, then that would be what it's like, and I gotta say, that was awesome. So even though I Beat the Heat didn't have SETI, and SETI didn't happen, didn't think it would, and it didn't have much relationship stuff at all, it was still a funny episode, guys. And if you're a true iCarly fan, then you'll watch any iCarly ep, no matter what it's about or what's in it, okay? No matter if it's lacking a character, like I Won't Cancel the Show was. You'll watch it because you're a true iCarly fan. That's what I am. I mean, I watch all the eps no matter what. Yes, I do watch I Saved Your Life sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So anyways, I gotta say, I love the ep. It was awesome. And it was just crazy. Just a big applause to Dan Orp and the whole cast. It was awesome, and it was a great season, a great way to wrap it up. So I'm gonna finish on up here, guys. Leave me a comment let me know what you think of the episode and what you thought might happen. So I'll see you later, guys. And in the infamous words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, Steady Warriors, rock on.